What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on the GTO. Now I've got some modifications for this thing that I have been putting off, but this video is all about the hood struts. So I don't know, let me know in the comments, guys. This GTO needs vacuum, by the way. If your pull on your hood, I don't have a lot of experience with GTO. The pull on that hood seems like you're putting a ton of pressure on it, and then it comes loose. So I don't know if they're all like that, but let me know in the comments if they are. See, this is how used to it I am. I've got some hood struts. So what we are going to do in today's video is we're going to replace those things. Look at this. In order to do that, we're going to have to get a pair of channel locks or something to lock this thing up. So we'll set it back down for now. Let's grab some channel locks and let's get these hood struts finally fixed. Now, for this other side, we may have to come up with some sort of engineering marvel, unless one strut is enough to keep this thing up. But I'm not going to put my fresh new strut, I'm not going to put a pair of vice grips on it. So, this, you just pry out on this guy, and boom, it's off. Now on these, the bottom ones, it looks like it has a T30, which leave it to an Australian built car to have a T30 or something dumb like that on a hood strut. Ooh, maybe it's not T30. Yep. T30 seems a little on the loose side, but we're gonna try it. Let's see what kind of damage we can do here. And I have chosen to go with the set of strong arms. Now that's what I just used on the back. I'll list them in the description down below. My first order from Amazon got canceled. I'm hoping there's a captured nut under these, and these don't cause a huge problem. Unbolting this, looks like there is a captured nut on the bottom, and hopefully it doesn't come loose. So a T30 and a flat blade screwdriver and possibly a pair of channel locks, if yours are as bad as mine, to keep them up. Probably should have used my electric impact. Just be careful when you're pulling them off that you don't like bang up a bunch of stuff against the fender. And I'm going to take a little bit of time and just clean that area off, and we're going to throw these in the trash where they belong. Now, I feel like the easiest way to get these out of the packaging is to just cut the packaging. I don't think there's like a right or a left. I don't think it really matters. The pivot point on the bottom, it may drive me a little crazy to have it facing a different way on the other side. May just have to live with it. So this is very simple. So we put this on, get our bolts at least started. My hands are a little greasy right now, which doesn't help holding. They do have some movement back and forth, I see. They also, if you guys don't know this, they make a tool for holding up struts. I got a couple guys at work that have them. I think they're a little nicer than a pair of vice grips. At least I don't think they damage it quite as bad, but to me, generally, I replace them when they're bad, so I don't see the point in having that tool when I have vice grips. I'm sure there's a torque spec on that. I'm not gonna concern myself with it. Just nice and snug, and then you're gonna have to spin this probably, and I may come back and use a heat gun and take that off. Holy cow, that is a snug fit. I think one may hold it because that's kind of a struggle. Let's take the vice grips off, hold the hood, and see if one will hold it. It seems okay. However, I'm gonna put a block of wood in here up against the hood just to make sure. Hopefully the hood stays put. I mean, this thing isn't holding much of anything, but worst case scenario, ooh, yeah. Okay, so one will not hold it. Good idea, I put the piece of wood there. It's just barely touching it, but this thing needs a bath so bad. Needs a good TWA Motorsports cleanup, inside and out, like a seat removal cleanup. I think this is going to be a Trans Am thing soon, by the way. It seems like the Trans Am's getting a little on the old side. I think the hood and the rear struts on the Trans Am, actually. A lot of dirt in here. I think this thing spent a little bit of time under a tree when it was outside, just based on what I'm seeing here. So I guess a guy could pop this loop. Oh, no, it's riveted together. Okay, it's on the opposite side. Not having stuff symmetrical makes me, got a little OCD in me, guys. Okay, I got a lot of OCD in me. This thing really smells like antifreeze still from when we took the put the new intake on. Once we get done with this, I'm going to show you a few things that's upcoming. Actually, I got to get one out of my truck, but I'll show you a few things that's coming and kind of explain what the ultimate plan is here. I've got a few things in mind. Whether they happen or not, I don't know. There's a few things that are for sure, but I'll show you that as soon as we get this other one locked down. Push that on and we are set. Now it's probably going to be really hard to shut the hood, but at least the hood stays up on its own. Woo! Perfect. Okay, like I said, I'll list those in the description down below, but let me go grab a box out of my truck I want to show you, and then I'm going to show you a couple things that we've already got in the shop that is 100% going to be happening on this. Let's start with the box that I just took out of the back of my truck. This big box right here, actually, you know what? You can't see what that is. Let's start over here because that will make more sense when I show you this. This stuff right here is exhaust that I bought for this. So I bought a MagnaFlow catback setup for this car, had it up on the lift, getting ready to start on it, had the Trans Am over here, and wouldn't you know it, somebody took a section out of the stock exhaust and they put a turn down on it, like right off, and they put 2 Dynamax bullets on it, which is fine because I thought, well, we'll just unbolt all that and I'll put a factory cat or an aftermarket catback on it and we'll just roll with what we got. Well, while it's up on the lift, I noticed that the section that I was going to bolt this to, the factory part, these two guys here, has been cut out and a piece of straight pipe welded in there so they could weld the bullet mufflers to. Well, crap, I don't want to take this to an exhaust shop and get like a mediocre job. I know some guys that can do it a really good job, but the problem is it takes them a while to do this. So what I did was I bought some headers, and so that is what is in that box over there. Now, look, there's several options when it comes to headers on these cars, and I think, you know, in the shop here recently, you guys have noticed that I've used a lot of Speed Engineering. Seems to be a decent header. I used them on the green truck. I have them on the Trans Am currently. They're okay. The fitment's decent on the Trans Am, the Firebird stuff. I read some stuff about fitment on these that made me kind of uneasy, and I didn't like the conjoining pipes that came out. So I opted to spend some coin and get some American Racing headers. Now, I went back and forth between Cook's and American Racing, and ultimately, I've had both. I had American Racing headers on the ZR1. I spent some coin on those. These are not cheap, and it wasn't something I was wanting to do right now to this car, but I decided to kind of bite the bullet and have something a little nicer, and that's why I chose what I chose. So we've got American Racing headers, and we have MagnaFlow catback that will be going on. May or may not have a catalytic converter. Probably not, but it's off-road use only, you know, so that's okay. Now, the other stuff that I got, all suspension related as of right now. I have Petters, rear shocks, white line, or no, levels or I don't know how you say it. Rear lowering springs. I have white line, I think it's white line suspension pieces to take care of like the bushing issues that these cars had. And then I have a set of coilovers for the front. That's what's in that box there. So we have some stuff to do to this. Now, ultimately, I would like to do the exhaust first because that's the most annoying to me. I hate how loud it is. This will hopefully be a little quieter and more throaty. We'll just have to see when we get on there. The cool thing is I can always sub out. There's two pieces of pipe that connect right before that little conjoined piece that's cut off currently that I can sub out and put catalytic converters in if I want to make it quieter. So I think I'll be happy with that. A lot of people say it's not loud enough. I got the 2.5 inch version. Guys, that's enough for me. Now, with that being said, I've been back and forth on putting cam heads and intake on this car. And I have an intake. I have a 92 millimeter intake over there. There's some stuff that you have to do to make a 92 fit this. It's just sitting on the shelf doing nothing. I thought I might do that at the same time. I've got an extra set of LS6 heads laying around that I have ported, and I would just have to buy the cam. The problem is that snowballs into, you know, timing chain, oil pump, the baffle on these are bad, then it's gonna require a clutch. I don't wanna do all that right now. So I think for now, I've got all the parts to do the headers and the exhaust. I might throw the intake on there while we're at it because that's a pretty simple job. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you were looking for a new set of struts for the front or the back, you guys saw in the video where we did the back ones. I also did the intake. I will list both of them in the description down below. I think it's pretty common for these to wear out, and the strong arms were what everybody said was the best. So if you are enjoying some GTO content mixed in with all the other stuff that we have out here in the shop, please, like always, smash that thumbs up button. Guys, if you are not subscribed, go down and hit that subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell notification. That will notify you every time we drop a new video on this new stuff that's gonna go on the GTO or any of these other projects. Stay tuned to see what we work on next.